Hey, just doing a quick test. Make sure we don't make the same mistake we made last time. Hopefully, hopefully it's working. I'm gonna get a little feedback. All right. I think so. I think it's working. See you here shortly. All right, checking my inputs here. It's my first time, hopefully, actually going live on the channel. We're just gonna do some regular old merch designs tonight. I know it's a kind of a sketchy thing to live stream just because of copycats, and I'm basically showing you how I do everything and then creating designs that I intend to upload. I don't know if it's gonna work. It might be a terrible idea. We'll find out as we go. But it's you know, might help me get to my YouTube goal of hitting my 4,000 hours of watch time. So you know, if you're able to hear me, you know, let me know. Hello. How you doing? Is it Kimu? I'm just about to get started here. I'm going to start doing some research, and then I'm going to fire up. Affinity, and we're just going to make some designs. So, you know, hopefully you enjoy it. And, you know, hi, Kamal. How you doing? You hear me okay? Let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay. I'm going to get started here in just a minute. Actually jumping in and doing some actual research. So we'll do the research, and then once the research is done, we'll just make some designs. I thought it might be kind of fun. So looks like I had a couple of you in here. Not sure if anyone stuck around. Can't quite tell. But I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So if you have questions, let me know. Go ahead and ask me in the comments. I'll be trying to watch them as much as possible. All right, cool. I am doing good. I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. So I'm going to jump in. I don't know if you guys have watched any of my previous videos on research. I'm going to try and do it quickly. Just get through, find some new keywords for tonight, and then we'll jump in and like make some designs on those. Are you guys both already in merch? Or you do print on demand? So first thing I always do is go to favorites and products and add a new category. So you can see I had one on the 29th last time I was doing any designs. I actually attempted a live stream and it went terrible. I never actually hit the go live button, unfortunately. So that was embarrassing. I streamed to myself for probably 2 hours, and nobody will ever see it because it wasn't recording and it wasn't streaming. So yeah, doing good. I'm gonna go ahead and create a new. I don't know if you guys use Merch Informer. I'm gonna create a new category for my favorites. I'm gonna delete this old one. I don't need it. And then I always give mine just the date so I know how old they are. So I'm gonna call it 11/4/21, and I'll save that. And I'll just jump in and do some live research. And then I'll go to product research and merch hunter. And then I'm just going to go get my top 500 results. And I'm going to try to limit this to just finding some keywords in 500. So I want some less common or less popular niches. Something where I can sell, you know, 2, 3, 5 a month. But I'm not necessarily competing with people who are trying to copy all of the biggest, best designs on merch that are making the most money, because to me that's just a recipe for disaster. I'm also going to change this here. I don't want to compete with anyone who's charging like $13.99. Yeah, that's basically exactly what I'm doing, Kimu. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it to find evergreen niches. Yeah, I'm tier 1000. I have a whole bunch of empty slots, so that's exactly what I'm planning to do tonight. I'm just gonna go on Merch Informer. I'm gonna do this $18 to $24 range, and I'm just gonna search with no keywords on the U.S. marketplace for Merch by Amazon shirts. Tell me, have you guys had any success selling anything other than the standard t-shirt, or do you have most of your sales be the standard t-shirt? All right, so now that we're in, we have 500 results to go through. We just need to start looking for things that are unique or original, or things that that I can easily emulate, or that are not trademarked. So from these first three, this is just a simple graphic design that somebody drew. That's an easy one, right? We can make 100 different variations of this. So easy. As we keep going through, national parks are super popular. They're always popular. It's not a non-competitive niche, but if you can come up with an original design, or something that's a little different, or you use a really cool color scheme, you actually have a good chance to sell. So I'm gonna grab that one too. Plus, Grand Teton National Park is where I live. 80 out of 100 standard shirts. Yeah, for sure. Standard shirts are my biggest best sellers too. I stay away kind of from the retro sunset. I just think it's so overdone, so I'm not going to grab that one. I do like that it's a goat shirt. I don't know what Pack a Punch is, but anytime it says visit the blank store, usually that means it's a trademarked thing and they have a store, because they are partnered with Amazon. So always avoid those. If you see the visit and then a store, yeah, just stay away from those. I'm with the pineapple. I mean, that's pretty cute, but this is intended as a Halloween costume. I'm going to avoid that one. Looks like people are starting to put out some designs for Christmas, though. I personally don't go after any holidays, because I just don't want something that's going to sell 1 month out of the year. I try to go for things that are going to sell a lot more common, that have a chance to sell all year round. Now, some things are still seasonal, like say like if you do a summer hobby or something, but they could sell maybe all summer long, not necessarily just right at the beginning. I try to stay away from the grandma shirts because I think they're overdone like crazy. This one is probably created for an exact what is this, Fort Benning, Georgia. So this is a military shirt, referring to like a barracks on that military base that people go to for training. I'm going to stay away from that one. I do like this one. It's a Dogecoin shirt. I feel like crypto is still super hot right now, and I don't know about Dogecoin. I think some of the more like Shiba Inu or some of the more trendy designs would be probably better right now. But for the most part, these are not trademarked, and you can use their logos and everything. So it's actually kind of cool. Let's see what else we can find. I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to go through all 500 of these, and then I'm just going to make designs. So I do love these Pacific Northwest shirts. PNW is Pacific Northwest, so if it's the United States, Oregon, Washington, that area. And they've been very popular right now. It's a popular tourist destination, and a lot of people live there. So it's actually a really good one, the PNW. Now, I have checked the trademark before, and you got to be careful with PNW. So if you do decide to do some designs like this, just be really careful what you put it on. And that's a super original design too, because you can see the P, the N, and the W, but it looks like mountains. I think that's really, really unique, really cool. We got some gun rights stuff. I kind of stay away from that. Anything that could be viewed as like violent. I had some shirts that were taken down for that exact reason, so I'm just staying away from that altogether. And then we got trademarked. Bering Sea, that's a good one. And the cool thing about the Bering Sea is like there's some popular television shows about the Bering Sea, the crabbing shows, and then also Alaska's a super big destination for tourists, so that one's not bad. The Future Pilot one, I like the idea of it. This is a terrible design, right? So easy to make a better design than this, but it's got eight ratings and a 4.5 star. I think this is one for sure that we could beat. And they just took clip art. These nobody drew these, right? This person did not draw those. You could use one plain, better layout of the text. Probably text on top would be better than text on bottom. And then a bigger graphic color on this. Oh man, so much easier. So easy to do better stuff on that one. Let's see, what's this one? Retro Hills. I don't know. Hills Department Store must be a brand that's out of business. So it's something you could totally use. A lot of these are Halloween, so I'm kind of avoiding those. It's a Contra cheat code shirt. I don't know if you played original Nintendo, but the Contra cheat code gave you like infinite lives or 99 lives or something. So it's original, but it's not something I think I could copy. Let's see. Alzheimer's. I mean, I don't know. Feels overdone, and you don't want to be exploiting someone's illness. Theater's pretty popular. This is just for people who like working on their car. I like the design, not necessarily the topic, but I definitely like the design, so I'm gonna grab that one. I don't know about this. Because they put it in quotes, I kind of feel like maybe it's a trademark thing, so I'm gonna stay away from that one. Just a boy who loves math and cats. They're doing the classic merch strategy of combining two niches, so people who love math and people who love cats, which you can do like with basically anything. EDM's kind of music, not something I'm into. Don't know enough about it to make a good design. It's a teacher shirt. Third birthday. These can be super popular, but it's just there's so many out there. Bingo can't be that popular. We can go and look. We can check it here in a little bit, but I think so far that one's pretty good. Obviously, gaming is always huge. I don't understand this one at all. I don't know why you'd have checkerboard all over the shirt. So I don't know what John Friday is. So I would stay away from that one. Having twins. Not today, Karen. That one's been around forever. Not something I'm going to do anymore. I don't know, that one's very original. I like how they use the Spanish word and the cool color scheme. So I would consider that one, even though t-shirts for birthdays for 9-year-olds might be really common and not a good niche. I bet you there's far fewer if you use the Spanish word for 9. How are your sales been so far this Q4? Seems to be I'm getting a slow start. It feels like I've been consistent, but not like really good sales. So we got trademark. Deadlifting shirt. That's cool, but it's Halloween, which is past. I do like this design, but I think again, it's very, very specific. Unicorn Security, those are all over the place. These Legends Are Born shirts are all over the place. This one's pretty original for a Pisces shirt, so astrological sign. And they combined it with the tie-dye kind of print, which is really popular right now. So I'll grab that one, all my favorites. A lot of these are Halloween costumes, so I'm trying to stay away from some of them. That's a Disney, so trademarked. This one's pretty cool. They actually did some actual work on this one to make it look good, and I really like it. But we'll keep going. It's a little bit more advanced of a design than I want to do tonight. I kind of want to stick to text and maybe simple graphics, not necessarily like really in-depth stuff. So that comes to our the first 100. So we'll just jump to the second 100 now. Tuscany, Italy. I mean, it'd be hard to not be able to beat that shirt. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I don't understand that one. If I don't understand a shirt, I'm not going to make a shirt to compete with it. It's just a recipe for accidentally stumbling into somebody's trademark or something. Just not going to worry about it. What else we got here? Let's see. I don't understand this one. I think it's a horde, as in that's a video game thing. But again, it's probably trademarked. The boys trademarked. Let's see. That one's cool, but again, been done to death. This one's not bad. I mean, how hard would it be to create a graphic of a Santa hat to put on any number of different animals, right? This one's cool as a diving shirt, right? Looks like the average BSR is actually really, really high, and it's just recently jumped to 1 million, so it's probably only one sale. So you gotta be careful with that one. Like this one, if you look at this one, the average BSR shows at 863, so it probably sells multiple times per month, and it's actually on a little bit of a lull right now. It's headed up, but you can kind of tell that like this is normally a good selling shirt, and this is not normally a good selling shirt. This one just got lucky. What I'm looking for is I want things that are around 1 million with a BSR of 1 million and an average around 1 million. That means they just sit here and they just sell consistently. So that's what I like. Here's a checkered shirt that makes a little bit more sense. It looks like a finish line for racing. They call it surf skateboard teens. I don't know how that applies to that. Coffee shirt. This one's been around forever. And let's see what else we got. It's a Pottery Shirt. I think pottery's probably a good one. Probably a lot of puns you can use with kiln, which is what they did here. And they dropped the price too. I don't know, how do you guys price? I price at $19.99 for pretty much everything. Like if I'm gonna spend the time to design it, I want it to pay when it sells. So I don't really mess around with like, I used to, but I don't anymore. I don't worry about like low pricing and then increasing my prices as I go. It's just not. Oh, I like this one. This one's funny. So maple leaf. I'd tap that, meaning I'd tap for syrup. I think 1 million is good. Yeah. 1 million is good. But you see how there's the BSR. That's the current BSR today. And then there's the average BSR for the past 30 days. So if you see it's like that one we were looking at up there where it was like 9 million was the average for the last 30 days, but today's BSR was like 1 million. That means it had one sale that bumped it way up, right? It's just not a shirt that sells consistently. But if it has an average that's like 1 million and its BSR is like 1 million, that means that it's averaging, like it's selling over and over, like over time, right? You don't want to see one that's jagged. It jumps like up and down and up and down. You want to see one that's like steady, like consistent seller. This one's cool. It's for smoking meat. So you got chicken, pork, and beef. Let's say having a weird mom builds. I don't get this one. That one's kind of funny. What do we got here? This is probably selling because of Halloween. So you can see it's lower than normal for the BSR. And let's see, mules. I've seen a lot of mule shirts lately. What else we got? Shiba Army. This is what I was talking about, the Shiba Inu crypto designs. I really think crypto is like still super hot. Especially if you get those niche coins that like aren't super popular yet. Yeah, support squad's good. So darts, I'm sure that we could come up with some designs for a dart shirt. Plus the graphics are super easy. Like you could make the dart itself with simple shapes. It's not hard at all. Helium 10? I don't think I've heard of it. Let me look real quick. Oh no, no, that's not one I've tried. Looks like it's built for not necessarily for merch though. It looks like it's built for drop shippers. So that's one thing I would keep in mind. It's a prison guard shirt, but it's pretty cool. Very simple graphic, right? We could make one or find one. So many people like don't use color. That's like one of the easiest ways to like improve or to compete with people is to like just use some color. Make America Florida. That's kind of funny. I don't get this one. See, this is spelled imposter, imposter, but then the shirt is spelled impostor. I don't know if that's just a misspelling or what, or if I don't get it. That one's cool. Just got a lot of the like different landmarks around the world. Easily distracted by donkeys. That's the second donkey shirt we've seen. Too advanced here. Ooh. Yeah, that one's rough. Amazon Web Services logo, like, ugh. I don't know if I'd use that. Retro vintage, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you there. Do you have do you find you have some designs that sell, or like a small number of your designs that are most of your sales? I would say like I've got probably out of 180, I probably have 15 designs that sell regularly, and of those, I have like 3 that sell like a lot. But other than that, like they're not. That one's kind of funny. I don't know. I just don't find cancer funny. Coach, cool Coach shirt. Everyone's using the same color schemes. I'd say it's so easy to copy color schemes. I don't know if you're a regular viewer on the channel. I made a, well, actually it was in the live stream that didn't work last week. I made a shirt for a friend of mine who is a nurse with, similar to this, but it was for a man. So he wanted camo instead of leopard print. But it came out pretty good. I'm gonna grab that one. I don't know what other words we could do with a similar style, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, and this one's, I like the logo, like the badge, and I'm gonna save this one because of the badge, not because of the design. All right, let's I might do one more page, maybe 2, and then I'll just start making some of these. I hate when the shirts have this many like lines of text on them. Also, this is a normal average BSR 3.1 million. So somebody bought it, but when you say retro vintage, is it like this style of retro vintage or like the sunsets, like the normal sunsets with the 4 lines or whatever? Let's see what else we got. Yeah, nursing shirts, ever popular. You could certainly change the colors. Shark Week. Bitcoin. This one, I don't know. This one's sold by PUBG, so I'm going to say that one's trademarked. That's actually a pretty cool take on the vaccine shirts, but I think it was more geared towards Halloween, so I don't know about that one. That one's pretty original. I like the look of it. The oldometer. Let's see what else. All right, so This is Levi the name, not Levi the brand, so that's probably good. I've been seeing a lot more of these too. This is a Warbirds shirt. This one's very well done. I've seen a bunch of these that are not like this good. This one's very well done. And it looks like they just grabbed some vectors from somewhere or vectorized an actual yeah, I can see vaccines being a little risky. But not the word vaccine. Like if you were going to talk about any brand of vaccine, then I could definitely see that, but not vaccine itself. That's a generic term. But yeah, you couldn't put Pfizer on there. That's for sure. You could not put Moderna. Bowling shirt. I guess heavy makes more sense than big. What is this one? Dominican order. Was that Cuba shirt? Eat, sleep, cybersecurity, repeat. Alright, this girl is on fire. I mean, definitely from a song. I try to stay away from the military designs. Kentucky sucks. That definitely sounds like a funny shirt. And you could do for basically anywhere. This one is super risky, and I would not touch with a 10-foot pole, challenging the NFL by using the color schemes of a team. These have been around forever. I'm sure there's a billion. I don't know about this one. I feel like they could have done more with the design. Alright, what else we got? Oh, this is funny. So I live in Wyoming where Yellowstone is, right? And the joke is always that the tourists are trying to pet the buffalo because constantly they're getting hit by buffalo, like buffalo are charging them and attacking them. Yeah, you don't touch wild animals because they will kill you. Alright, let's keep going. Ooh, HR. I'm gonna say that one's a little risque. Gymnastics coach. So there's a million types of coach, right? But that one's not bad. And it's a pretty messy design. Like, you could probably clean that one up. Indigenous People Day is past. That's a very cool design. Again, it's one of those that I probably would not go for, though. Are you doing designs right now? Alright, 2 more pages, and we're going to jump in. And I'll pull up, I did like a mood board thing the other day, and I'll pull that up too, and just kind of show you where I go from here. I do need to grab some color schemes, though, so we might go to Pinterest and do some color schemes real quick. That's cool. Not a difficult design to make. Let's see what else. Beard Lives Matter. Bluff Daddy. It's a poker shirt. I mean, this one be hard to beat. It's got a bad BSR though. The average BSR is not very good. Jiu-Jitsu. Huh, whoever this person is, they just change the text and upload this spot for every mountain out there, which is pretty smart. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I had a script going in Adobe. Yeah, I could do something about leopard, sure. It's just a very popular women's design. So definitely for women's designs, leopard print is very, very popular right now. And that one with where the left side of the letter is the leopard, and then it has different pastel colors or vintage colors. Those have been super popular. Air Force. I stay away from basically everything military. Game of Thrones, so obviously we can't do that. Excuse me. Seeing less as we go. I mean, I didn't go through that many. Really, 500 is nothing. But we're just really looking for some ideas. Need more Shakespeare. Yeah, that's hilarious. People get a lot of use out of that guy. Out of that that background with the grid. All right, what else are we gonna find here? Getting into some more Halloween stuff, some more trademark stuff. That's 2 we found for working in the garage, so that's definitely something to watch. Let me check that out. What else we got? Joeism, the art of being Joe. I mean, definitely could do that for any name. And this person probably already has, so I'm just gonna grab it just for the idea, just to keep it in my back pocket. I stay away from these birthday ones. I don't know. It feels too easy to copy. Like the more elaborate, I'm not gonna do elaborate designs tonight. A lot of times I would. I think Shiba Inu is a great coin niche, and you'll probably see a bunch of sales anytime the price is spiking. So you might even want to check the price of Shiba, see what the graph looks like over the last week or two. If it's going up, make designs. If it's going down, maybe pick something else for now. Best dog dad ever. Yeah, the Pluto ones are always crack me up. Let's see what else. Hockey one's pretty good. I don't get the Let's Go Brandon. I know it's a new meme, but I don't know a lot about it. All right, we went through those ones pretty quick. Postal worker shirt. That's pretty cool. I don't know how many postal worker designs are out there. I'm guessing it got low ratings because of the coloring. I bet you that doesn't print very well, especially with the sparkles. See how they did the little white sparkles? I bet you that doesn't print well at all. All right, last page. Yeah, they can be. I mean, but here's the thing, right? Like I started merch in like 2016, right? And I have shirts that I designed when I got started that still sell to this day. And yeah, of course, they have a lot more reviews than the other shirts that I have made more recently, right? But that's just time working on your side, right? Like anything that sells, the reviews are definitely gonna sway people. But I mean, if you have a design that's good in the same niche, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, it could still be selling, and it might have just as many or more reviews if the design's better. Like so I don't necessarily not go after that niche, because I mean we could end up in 2 or 3 years. It's the long game though. You can't do it you can't look at it as a short-term thing. But I mean, I still make sales on shirts I made in 2016, which is insane, right? I mean, that's what that's the definition of passive income. Is I put in the time once years ago and still make money. All right. Running out of ideas here. I mean, I should make some getting lost shirts. My wife and I got lost like twice last summer hiking. I should probably make some funny getting lost hiking shirts. I don't understand why they put the the nautical compass in there, but it's a cool looking design. By the dip, actually, I like that a lot. I was looking at, so I did this live stream a week or two ago, and forgot to hit the go live button, and I found a lot of stock trading and options trading, just basically like investing shirts last time. So I definitely am marking this one because I might end up doing something like that. Plus, it's totally evergreen, right? Like, people invest in the stock market all the time. That's how most of us plan to retire someday. Cool Star Wars shirt. Obviously cannot compete with it. That one's pretty cool. It's like a wildlife rescue shirt. I do want to do some more streams where I do some more advanced designs, but it's so hard to make like multiple quality designs. It's like super taxing, and then you end up like only having one or two done at the end of the night, and you're like, oh, it's gonna take forever to fill my account. Have you guys had any of your designs taken down for not selling since they turned merch back on after COVID? It looked like they paused removing designs for quite a while. I like that fantasy football commissioner. That's a good one. Something you could buy for your league commissioner. It's a lot of work for like literally nothing. Alright, kind of running out of stuff here, which is fine. I like that one. I mean, they just took two vector graphics, put one on top of the other. Super simple. Made it red. Don't think they drew it. I don't know what that one says. Clergy. Not bad. Not bad. So Catholic priests. That's not bad. It's a fishing shirt. Catfish tremble at my name. Not bad. I like that it's fishing and catfish. So two. And then they used flathead as well. So like three different keywords. It's probably a better seller in the early summer when people start fishing. All right, well, let's go back and see what we found. I liked this one. It looks hand drawn and it's like kind of cool, and it wouldn't be that hard to just do some. It's almost like a child drew it, and it wouldn't be hard to make a bunch of animals in this kind of style. So I like that one. The Grand Teton National Park one was cool. Maybe too advanced. This one is not hard right here. Like this kind of style of design, this would not be difficult. The Bering Sea one, like this style of design, super classic. Like people love this design. Most of the time, this is an oval and not a rectangle. So I think you could definitely like make this one a little better. I think the text is maybe just a little too big too. So we can jump in and try and make some of those. The future pilot one, we could fix the text. I think the graphics are okay, but I think we could probably come up with some better concept for a future pilot. Bingo was a good one. This one I thought like this shirt just isn't that good, and there's a lot of different ways you could go after this one. So we'll definitely try some of those. Let me go ahead and pull up now the research I did last time, because I had a file all saved. I might have put it on my desktop. Oh yeah, just inspiration stuff. Let's see if it loads. So kind of combine what we've already done with these. I was just looking for cool designs and cool color schemes, so we could kind of create something, you know, in some of these styles. Sorry, I got all my stuff closed. There we go. So we just need to start kind of a new a new file and pick one of the niches, and we'll just jump in and like try and make a few. I like the simplicity of this one. It looks like a business like logo, not necessarily like a design for a t-shirt though to me. But I liked the style being like a very simple and it gets the point across for what it is without being having to be like too graphically intensive. Like it wouldn't be that hard to make. And then a lot of these I just liked the kind of like the overall shape or the color scheme. And obviously it's hard sometimes to match because you don't necessarily have all these fonts and you're like, well, I want something similar, but I don't want to like copy it and I don't have this font. So what I did is I just went, I found there's some YouTube videos about how to install all of the Google fonts, and that's what I did. So that's what I'm using now. I just recently switched from using Adobe back to Affinity, just trying to save some money. And I paid so much money over the last few years to Adobe. I just feel like I've done enough for their business. I need to do more for mine. So let's go ahead and start a new file and get going. We want to make sure we have transparent background clicked. Go ahead and get started, and then let's pick a niche really quick also. Do you guys have a preference? Is there one you want to do? Something like one of these? Just trying to pick one here. And a lot of times I don't use a lot of free stock vector images, but super generic stuff I would totally use vector images, or like stock vector images, like these dartboards here. Like I would have no concern over using those. More like advanced graphics like these, like those might be free somewhere. I don't know, but they could definitely have been someone's artwork that got posted somewhere without their consent. So, all right, what should we do? Let's do one of these. I can at least make it as a template, and then I'll have it for the future. So we can just do that really quick. All right, so we need first off an ellipse for the text, and then we want to center that up, and we'll just use the text tool. I gotta find a good font. That's gonna be the problem here, because I need something like block letter. That one's not bad. And then let's make it big. And this one was what? Bering Sea, Alaska. What else could we do? How about... Oops. Do like the Chesapeake Bay. Let's see. I still don't think it's quite big enough, so let's go ahead and make it bigger. That's probably good. And we need to find the kerning, which I actually don't know how to do on here. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see, we can also do something like I think, kind of a football shape. And we'll go ahead and center that one. I want to make it black. And probably we could do any of the states on the Chesapeake Bay. So let's do oops, there we go. Virginia. So I'm just going to grab that. I'll make it bigger. I'm going to bring it to the front, I think. Oh, it's already on the front. It's just black. All right. Here, tell you what we'll do. We'll make it white. A little bit too big. There we go, right in the middle. Excuse me. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to go ahead and expand it. If I can remember how. Object expand. That's what I need to do. Convert to curves. There we go. Now I want to make it into a mask. Oops, not that way. Let's see. I definitely want them grouped. What I would have wanted in Adobe is to create a complex shape. So let's see if I can figure out how to do that in here. No, not what we want. What I want to do is I want to cut the top layer out of the bottom layer. Yeah, but I can't because it's still text. I need to convert to curves. Did that do it? Oh, it did do it. Okay. And then I want to subtract. Oh, it still won't let me subtract. Why not? Why not? Am I doing it backwards? No. That's the hard part right there. I still think it's a little too big. Oops. You know what I didn't do is keep it. There we go. Man, changing from Adobe is harder than you would think. I wonder if I can just add a layer and subtract a layer. I'm using Adobe, or I'm sorry, I'm using Affinity Designer. I have been using Adobe Illustrator for the longest time, and I'm having a hard time making the conversion, but I decided I'm just gonna finally like spend the time and actually figure it out. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna save myself that $20 a month or whatever. I'm sick of it. Let's see. We'll just go to Google. That's what we'll do. All right. Yeah, it says I should be able to subtract the top layer. Do I need to do that first? I thought I already did that. No, I didn't do it. Huh. What am I doing wrong here on the layers? You know what I'm going to do? So I'm going to put this here. Oops. Inside the layer. Oop. Nope. Not what I wanted. Layer 2, I want its own layer. There we go. And I want to subtract this layer from this layer. Yeah, so I should be able to subtract, but I am not getting it. I have used Canva, Lilith, and I think Canva's great. I use it for all my YouTube thumbnails. I don't have the Pro. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I need to spend more time on merch, so I have been trying really hard on YouTube to get the watch time I need to monetize the channel, and I have been neglecting merch. So I'm trying really hard to. Sorry, this is starting to bother me. My face is covered up by that logo, but yeah, I've been trying really hard to do both things, and it's just leaving no time for me to do merch. So I'm getting into merch now, and trying to learn the software. But it's definitely been a struggle. I think Canva's great. I didn't pay for the Pro plan because it's a monthly fee, right? And the thing about using Affinity, and the reason I switched from Adobe is that it is a one-time fee. So Affinity it's usually $50, but it's only one time, and during their sales it's half off. So you can get it. I got it for $25. So $25 forever. It's hard to beat. Now, there's a lot of things you get on Canva that you don't get here. Like, Canva has a lot of built-in things like the vectors that it comes with and things like that. But for the most part, you're not supposed to use those on print on demand. So, to be honest, you don't even get... It's like a benefit, but you can't even really use it. So... I personally am going to try this for as long as I can. I'm really struggling because I know how to do all this stuff in Adobe, and trying to do it in Affinity is still kind of frustrating, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and stick with it this time. This is not my first time trying to switch, but I'm going to try and stick with it as long as I can. So I want to subtract this layer from this layer, and it should be easy to do, and I cannot figure it out. You gotta select both layers, and I should be able to subtract right here, and it is not working. I'll tell you what, let's move that off to the side for now. That's the other thing I hate about Affinity that I liked about Adobe is I could place things off the artboard and just let them sit there so that they were available, or I could see them, and I can't do that in this. But let's go back to trying just plain text. And I used to live in Virginia, so I lived on the Chesapeake Bay, and I thought, well, this might be cool. Oops. And move it to the middle. And then let's just try with regular text and see if we can get it out of there. Can I subtract this? No. Yeah, watching a tutorial here. Or not watching a tutorial, read a tutorial. But a lot of these tutorials are super old. Did I use the wrong text? No. Let's try, just for the heck of it, to do this again. Help! How come this one works? That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, let's just, I don't know what the deal is with these two. Let's just redo it. I want to keep it symmetrical, so I'm holding down the Alt button. I just want a kind of a good oval shape, not too big. That looks about right. Oops. Put that in the middle. I'll try this again. Resizing again with the Alt key, it keeps everything the right size. Because I don't want this to be white. I want it to punch out and show the color of the shirt. At least on a light colored shirt. So let's see. Yeah, now I can subtract. I don't know what the deal was last time. That's weird. All right. And that's, I mean, that's basically a design right there. So let's just save that one. Move on. So we did research earlier. I can show you what we came up with here. This is the research that we did. So we found some cool designs for national parks. This one, Grand Teton, just shows the year that it was established, and then just kind of a cool graphic with a cool color scheme. Some hand-drawn stuff like this bird. And I think that like kind of the childish hand-drawn drawings, super easy to do, right? Almost anyone could make something like this. And clearly, like, this one's selling pretty well. And then we had the Bering Sea, Alaska one. Let's see, this Future Pilot one I wanted to take a crack at. This Tuscany one could be a lot better. This dive one, they did sort of the same thing we just did, only in reverse. And then the crypto designs seem to be very, very popular, along with this leopard print. And I thought this one was funny. Kentucky sucks. Alright, so what else do we want to attack here? A lot of these, they just grab 2 vector graphics from somewhere free and put them together. Am I doing advertising? No, I'm not doing advertising right now. I do have access to advertising, and I did it a long time ago. But hey, what's happening, Destination Unknown? But I stopped doing ads. To be honest, I would have profitable ads for short periods of time, and then they would stop being profitable. And I couldn't never figure out like what the difference was or why. It could have been time of year, could have been that a design just gets kind of played out, and once people who are actively shopping in that niche have seen it a couple of times, it's just not going to sell anymore. I don't know. But yeah, it just ended up being more money than I wanted to spend, and not a lot of benefit. Now, if you're gonna be doing a lot of the same niche, and you could group a bunch of them together. I don't know if you know anything about the ad platform, but you can select a bunch of designs that go in that would have the same kind of customer, and you can lump them together so that, like, say you made 1,000,000 shirts for fantasy football, you could lump all your fantasy football shirts together in one campaign and let them run together. Uh, it definitely gives you an opportunity to like get your new designs out there. But for me, all it really worked for was things that I already knew were selling. And if I knew they were selling, I could put some ad money behind them and get more sales. But the number of more sales was almost always like dead even. So maybe it was worth it because you could get reviews faster and then maybe up your prices. But I don't know. So the buy the dip shirts are pretty cool. It's sort of a stock trading or options trading or even crypto trading investment shirt. I think we could come up with something for that. I don't know about this particular phrase, but I think buy the dip would probably be fine. I just want to check really quick on Trademarkia and make sure that it's good to go. Looks like abandoned. This one's published for opposition, but it doesn't match exactly. This one is okay. So we definitely learned we don't want to use the buy the F and dip for sure, because it is definitely trademarked. Even though they abbreviated it, I would stay away from this because they could definitely have you taken down. Me personally, Mikio, so my strategy right now is to only upload to standard t-shirts unless somebody asks me to make something for them, and then I'll ask them what they want it on. So like if my friends or family, they know I make designs, I will just put a link up, and I usually leave them live too. I don't make them private links. I'll just make the design, ask them what they want, and let them pick. I did that last week and sold a sweatshirt and a tank top of the same design. But yeah, I'm not really worried about anything other than the standard t-shirt. And I mean, I think, I don't know if you watched my last sales report video. It wasn't very good because I had a cold. But let me just jump in real quick to Merch Informer, and I'll show you like what's actually been selling. And this is my last 90 days. So you can see I have 127 sales in the last 90 days, and of those, 83% were standard shirts. For a while I was uploading to everything. I don't quite understand this new no problem. I don't understand this new system they've got going where they're counting like I can upload 80 per day, right? And they only count designs, but my uploads includes all of the different products as a unique upload. Like it shouldn't be that way, if you ask me. It should definitely be one design on all products. You know, like Redbubble should be one design on all products, no problem. But it's not how it works. So until it changes, I'm just gonna stick to the standard tees. And then the cool thing though is that Merch now will put your products on all the other items for you, or your designs on all the other products for you. So I think it's based on when they sell. So I've been seeing my shirts going up on other products that I haven't put them on. So So merch is actually doing that kind of slowly over time. All right, so right back to where we were at now. So we got that one in. Let's see what we can do with the buy the dip. And a lot of times I like to go out to like Pinterest or something and just do a quick search to see what kind of graphics and memes and things people are actually like are using. So I'll just search for it and see like what people have been doing. So this one's pretty basic. This one's cool. It's actually got like a candlestick graph on it, and that, like, how hard would it be to make a candlestick graph, right? Like, that would be super easy. It's a Bitcoin shirt though, not necessarily into Bitcoin. This one's, I don't know, I don't get this one. Baby dip, I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, there's not even that many on Pinterest, which is pretty interesting. I mean, it's probably a decent niche, right? This buy the dip. So go quick, everyone go make a few. I mean, I do think this is one of the cooler designs. And let's just go. Let's just go check Amazon really quick for buy the dip. So 193. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I think the BTFD is probably, there's a reason they're doing sponsored ads with a video. Look at that. That's impressive. But it doesn't have to be related to it doesn't have to be related to this stuff. I wonder if, so let me check Trademarkia again for SPY. I don't think it could possibly be trademarked for clothing. Oh, shoot. Yeah, so SPY is the name of one of the widely traded mutual funds on the S&P, and I'm just curious if they have it trademarked for t-shirts. It looks like they have it trademarked for financial services, but not apparel. Sweet. What else we got? Financial indices, and it's a new application. Interesting. Yeah, financial services. This one's registered for clothing. But doesn't really apply. But they did use clothing, hats, and t-shirts. So I guess I would probably stay away from that. It probably is fine, but I don't mess around with trademarks, so we'll probably leave that one alone. Yeah, Lilith, I think that, oh, you need to know, yeah, okay, we'll go into both of those questions. Yeah, I'm definitely sticking with standard shirts for sure. And then, yeah, the candlestick one looks cool. I think we could probably do something that isn't related to Bitcoin and use a different graph, obviously. And Lilith, I see a lot of tarot card designs, but I don't think all of them are all that good. And I think that you definitely could find a niche in there. I will say, like, once you find a profitable niche, it's like you'll find that you understand, and if it's something you already know about and you understand, like, you're gonna have an advantage against anyone else who is who's trying to be in that niche, or people who just see that it's selling and then want to compete with you. Like, it's really easy, right, to do those because you understand it, and they're gonna try and compete with you, and they're not gonna know the terminology. They're not gonna know like what makes it cool or what makes it funny. They're just gonna be like, oh, I need a skull picture because this death card has a skull picture on it, or something. I've seen quite a few crystal shirts, but not a lot of good ones also. So that's definitely something you check out. All right, let's try and make a buy the dip shirt. Why not? let's just open a new one. Did I save this? I did. I get rid of it. All right, this was my inspiration kind of for color schemes and designs and stuff. So let's see. In Adobe Illustrator, I would have like 10 or 15 artboards, and I could just move things from back and forth, and I don't know. It just was so much easier to me to actually design in that. This is such this is such a change. It's really hard. All right, so let's see if we can go ahead. I'm gonna just create a temporary background on a new layer that I can get rid of later because I want to be able to see this as I'm doing it. I think black would be cool. I forget how I turn this grid on. I kind of want to get rid of it, but oh well. All right, so we need a couple of different candlesticks, right? And they need a line down the middle. Of different lengths. Let's zoom in a little bit. And we can pick up that stroke just a bit. Oh man, I need to, you know what I should have done? I should have locked the bottom layer. All right, because I don't want to mess with the. There we go. All right, so this curve I want to increase the stroke. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is, I probably should make a third I'm switching to Affinity video because here I am again. And man, once you know all the shortcut keys and like you know where the buttons are, it's so hard to switch. You like to, you know, I always did that in, oh, I never used Photoshop. I always use Illustrator. But I like that, I always use like, I had like 10 or 12 artboards at the same time. There we go. And we need it to be red. No border. Why can't I see it? Does it need to be bigger? Definitely don't want curved edges. Yeah, if you're coming from Photoshop, Affinity is going to feel like a whole new world. I agree. I guess I don't understand. I guess, you know what? It's a line. It should have, with a stroke. Why does it not have a color? All right, let's just swap it. There we go. And then we can get rid of this. And then we can just make it smaller. Like that. And zoom back out. And we can, here's what we can do. We can grab the two pieces and group them. And then copy like 4 or 5 of them. And then we can go ahead and rotate a few. And kind of change the sizes. And then if they have a little candle on the bottom, we got to make them green. Along with their wicks. Oh, whoops. Boink. There we go. How's that look? We can make it a little more elaborate by doing a few more of these. Oops. I want the whole group, but I only want green. Whoa. And then maybe right at the top, we do like a really flat one with wicks on both sides. There we go. And we can move that group like this. And put them about 2 of the grid widths apart from each other. Like so. We can get rid of that. And then we can scale this down, but I gotta see the whole artboard in order to do it. Anytime a shortcut is the same, I'm so happy. Hitting the space bar to resize that. It makes it so easy. Alright, so we'll take that and we can group all that together now. And we can just use this. We could duplicate it. We could just add text now. Let's just add some text and come up with a couple of new sayings that are kind of similar. Let's see. We want big though. And we want a new font. Let's see. That one's kind of financial looking. Yeah, not financial advice, by the way. Alright. Now we gotta lay this out so it makes sense. Probably want to stretch this one and maybe shrink this one just a bit. So they all line up. Kind of get the spacing about the same. So Lilith, how long you been on merch? Are you actually like, have you been accepted? Are you in a tier, or are you just getting started? So what do we want to do now with this text? We could look for another text too. I don't mind asset. I think it looks pretty good. wonder if there's anything else. It's kind of the same. That one actually kind of fits, but it's very small, so we'll have to think about that one. I like this one. Big Shot 1. I have to resize it. And I think I want to add color to the text as well. There we go. And maybe this green. I think it might be a little bright and a little crazy and a little hard to read. So what else might look good? It's a little too teal and it doesn't match the other color. I mean, black or white might actually be the best. How about some dollar signs? Definitely don't want this red. Just testing it out. Just kind of playing with the design, seeing what I like. Oops. I want to... There we go. The Alt button wasn't working. Alright, so let's just center these up and see what we're left with. Yeah, no, I'm not going to use these colors. No. Not gonna use these colors. That's crazy bright. Yeah, what if we inverted this on the other side, maybe? Ungroup. Something kind of like that, although I feel like it's definitely wider on the one side than on the other, and maybe we don't even need all of the red candles on this side. Maybe we can just get away with like something like this. And then I'm only going to group it so I can center it. Appearance and assets on the left, these two. I didn't drag them over. This is just the default setup. I'm not sure where these came from. But appearance will open up this group over here. Like if I click it, it just opens up this and brings focus over to this box. So it's just a shortcut, I think. And then this sometimes appears up here. Let's see if I can dock it up there. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I thought you could dock it up on the top panel here. I remember these being like up here when you're working on one thing, but yeah, I think it's just a shortcut. All right, so let's fix these colors. And we can ungroup this now. Oops. Maybe that's too busy. And maybe we want to make these fit a little bit with the top of the design. You say you're liking Affinity though? I think it's pretty cool. I think I'm just going to go back to black on this. Yeah, it's definitely a it's definitely an adjustment. I've made some I haven't published them yet, but I made some tutorial videos just because I want to have a way to reference what I was doing without having to look for other tutorials. On like I find masking way harder in Affinity. I don't know if you use much masking when you're using Photoshop, but yeah, I'm struggling with the masks. I think I got it figured out now, but it's been kind of hard. All right. Yeah, I think that one's probably good. I don't know. We'd have to see it on a shirt. I think it could probably be a little bigger. Group that up again so I can center it again. And I don't like this nitpickiness, but I don't like this being below the line. That line up? Not quite. Yeah, that's better. All right. Moving right along. Well, I plan to do this for about an hour, and I am just coming up on that now. So I think I might actually end it there. If you thought this was cool and you know you're just doing designs, hanging out, I'll do this again because it was kind of fun. I'm still getting over that cold. Oh, did I? Oh man, I feel like I was dragging. I feel like I was really, really being slow. But hey, that's two, which is more than I've done in a single day for a long time. I was telling some folks earlier, I have been really trying to monetize the YouTube channel and get some watch time. I'm way over on the subs, right? But I'm not even close on the watch time. I'm like 600 hours away. So I'm trying to do some live streaming because then I'm not just focused on YouTube and not doing any design. At least I'm doing something so that both things are getting are progressing at the same time. But yeah, I might even do this again tomorrow night. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next one, man. Or woman. Take it easy.